YouTube, it's the N from Nib Tech. I'm back again with another video. If you happen to follow our videos, you can tell that this one is new and it's been a long time since I've made one. My last video was actually on an unboxing of this laptop right here, my 2012 Mac Pro. If you'd like, you can watch the review on that, comparing it to my 2009 Mac Pro, which was a pretty cool video, and my unboxing, which I will have annotated or linked down below. But today I have a new and exciting video for you guys. So I bought another Mac. Well, actually I bought two. My first one was I bought last year. I bought a 21.5-inch iMac, the 2011 edition. The last year they made the Super Drive. And I picked that up for $800, and 2 days ago I sold it for $1,250. So I used that money and bought something quite a bit more powerful and still managed to make $40. This. So I picked up a 2009 Mac Pro full-size tower. And this is basically going to be my unboxing, setup, and review of this unit as it is in its initial stages anyway. There are a lot of updates that will hopefully come to this over the future, but we might as well jump in to see what it has right now. So on the front of the Mac Pro, it's very clean. It's of course Apple's iconic design, cheese grater design. They carried this over from the Power Mac G5 into their Intel switch, and on the front it has two areas for 5.5-inch external bays for DVD drives. The top one is occupied by the Super Drive. The bottom one is of course just empty. And then going down we have the power button, a microphone, or actually a headphone out, two USB 2.0 ports, and two FireWire 800 ports. Prior to the 2009 edition of this computer, it had a FireWire 800 and I believe a FireWire 400 on the front, along with the two USB ports. So on the back, it's pretty simple, clean again. Here you got your power supply cord connector, three more USB 2 ports, two FireWire 800 ports, an optical audio in and an optical audio out. This was kind of really fancy, especially for people who do a lot of digital audio work. If they have a high-end speaker system that would suit well with digital connections. And of course your standard line in for your microphone and line out for speakers and other headphone jack. And then we have dual independent Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet ports. And of course right here, being the Mac Pro, it's very easy to open. You have a place to lock so no one can get into your components. The exterior of the Mac Pro was a little bit dirty when I got it. There's a couple scuff marks, but everything else, everything lines up good. It's quiet, it works, and now I'm going to give you guys just a quick review of the inside of this. Like I said, this is the 2009 Mac Pro. You just open the latch and the door comes right off. Put that on my bed. So of course in here, also awesome and clean. So this Mac Pro, for the most part, is pretty stock, except I did manage to get it with 4 hard drives. Each of the hard drive bays is full. I did have this set up, so I cheated a little bit. It's already set up. So each of the hard drive bays simply pop out, a cable-free design. Each bay has a 500 gig, 7200 RPM Western Digital hard drive. And what I did was I set this up. I installed Mac's newest operating system, Mavericks, on a RAID 0 configuration for the first 3 bays. So I get awesome performance, very fast with Mac OS X. And on my last bay, on drive 4, I actually have that dedicated as my Bootcamp Drive with Windows 8.1 on it. So down below, it's just your simple expansion bays with your PCI slots. In this Mac Pro, there's 2x4 slots for PCI and then 2 full power 16x slots. So like I said, it is almost original to the day it was bought. It just only has the Nvidia GT120 card with a DVI and a mini display port. A very basic card. That is one of the upgrades that I'd like to do hopefully soon. And then of course down here we have this awesome system for Apple's processors. We have two 2.26 gigahertz Intel quad-core Xeon chips. This is an awesome computer, very fast. And being the 2009, you just pop this open and the whole processor RAM configuration slides right out. Nice and easy to clean, you can see right through. And of course it has the 1066 megahertz RAM. Again, pretty basic, it's only got the 6 gigs. But today, actually, this morning when I got out of bed, I felt ambitious and like spending money, and I ordered a 16 gig RAM kit for this computer. And it only comes on 4 gig chips, so I'm actually going to leave another 1 gigs in for a total of 20 gigabytes of memory for my Mac. And to simply put everything back in, you slide it in, push it till everything lines up, and then those shut, and you're perfect to go. And we'll put the side back on. And you're good to go. So now though, this is kind of a two-part video. That's my Mac Pro, but I have to have something to display all that power on. So I will be back in just a minute with the unboxing of my Apple 23-inch Cinema display. Alright, so we're back, and of course, now we get to unbox my 23-inch high-definition Apple Cinema display. Some of you might ask, why didn't I go for maybe one of the newer models? Because obviously, even in the picture here, you can tell that this monitor was made back in the days of OS X Tiger. This monitor itself was purchased in 2007. It came with the receipt, all the information, it's great. It came with the monitor, the power supply, the power cord, everything, and actually there's absolutely no scratches whatsoever on the screen. A little markup on the top of the bezel on the monitor, which you'll see in a minute, but for a monitor that this big and this quality that usually goes for like $400 sometimes on eBay, I only paid $180 for it, so I'm pretty happy with the deal I got. So to unbox it, I'm actually going to put it on my bed, just because it's huge. So it comes in its original packaging, styrofoam, and of course the monitor itself. My power cord I plugged in already under the desk, but here we get the Apple 90 watt power supply for the monitor, which is very important. And then of course the monitor itself. Set that down, pull up the cord. So what Apple did for this system back in the day, they put everything on one cord. They put a DVI connector, a USB connection for the 2 USB ports that are on the back of the monitor, a FireWire 400 connection, which on this particular Mac Pro will not connect unless I get a converter cable for it, because they got rid of the FireWire 400 ports. And this port here plugs into the back of the power supply for power to the monitor. So the monitor itself, as we know already, is a 23-inch 1920 by 1200 display. Very weird, but Apple was never one to conform to standard resolutions. So, as you can see, it's in awesome shape. There is a little ding up here, and another little ding on this side, but otherwise the screen itself is perfect. There are no dead pixels, and I was very pleased. And I couldn't really fit much bigger on my desk in the location that I wanted it. On the back, there are a few marks. It's actually like a tape, like a duct tape residue that I tried cleaning off with various things, but it doesn't bother me. It's on the back. And of course down here on the monitor we get 2 FireWire 400 ports and 2 USB 2.0 ports. All powered, so in total with the 5 on the Mac Pro itself and the 2 on the monitor, the Mac Pro will have 7 powered USB ports for full speed transfer. And of course I got the full-sized Apple keyboard with it, with another 2 USB ports that are for more basic peripherals, plugging in like your Mighty Mouse, if you have a Mighty Mouse. I have a Magic Mouse. Or anything else that does not require a lot of power to run via USB. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is we're going to pause the video and I'm going to come back quickly with everything set up and ready to go, and I'll show you my power setup. Alright, so back again for the third and final time as far as this video is concerned. So here you can see my Mac Pro. It's working. It's powering my 23-inch cinema display absolutely flawlessly. And this is basically my general setup that I'll be using throughout school. Right now my room is actually pretty empty because I don't have mountains and mountains of textbooks yet that have to be read. All from past years are under here and put away. But anyway, so just so you know that what my Mac Pro does have, I will show you on the screen here just quickly about this Mac. So like we say here, it is running Mac OS X 10.9.4, the latest version of Mavericks. It is the 2.26 GHz quad-core Intel Xeon chips, and currently only with 6 gigs of RAM. But really, that's not that bad. So, if we go into more info, that just explains everything else. My Nvidia GT graphics card. My Apple Cinema HD display, powered by my graphics card. And here is my storage. So, the way I have it set up, again, like I'm in a RAID for my 500 gigabyte 1 terabyte for a grand total of 1.5 terabytes, I'm sorry, of storage. And my other drive, which I labeled Windows, which I did have to leave some space free on for Mac OS X, but the rest is 480 gigs for Windows itself. And just to show you the power of a RAID, these are 3 7200 RPM drives. I'm going to use the Blackmagic disk speed test and show you what I get. Unfortunately, Apple never did, with this design of the Mac Pro, upgrade to the SATA 3 connectors for 6 gigabits per second speed. These are only SATA 2, but I'm very happy with the performance I get from a RAID on this. So with a RAID of 3 7200 RPM drives, they are older hard drives. That is an upgrade that I would like to do in the future too, probably, is to get some newer ones in there. I'm getting between, over 200 megabytes read and write speeds for this setup. So that's really nice. Applications launch fast. So for example, this video I will be editing using my Final Cut Pro 10. They launch, they run pretty well. Like, that was pretty fast for a computer that just booted up and loaded the software. Anyway, that was my quick unboxing and review of my Mac Pro. It's pretty fun. I will be doing all the upgrade videos. Any upgrades that I do to this system, I will be taking a video to show you. So the next one will probably be the RAM, and I did order the airport card because I do not currently have Wi-Fi on Mac OS X. I can get it on when I'm in my boot camp with Windows, because I do have a wireless and USB expansion card for internet, but it does not work with Mac OS X. My airport card should be in probably tomorrow or the day after, and I will show you guys in detail how to set that up, because I haven't actually found one video on how to install an airport card on a 2009 or newer Mac Pro. So thanks for watching. That's my new Mac. I'm really excited to see what this can do. I will be back later too with also performance comparisons between this 2009 system and my 2012 MacBook Pro, which was pretty much loaded to the maximum specifications that you could get at the time. And my MacBook Pro now too is also running an SSD compared to my original mechanical hard drive. So for that test, we will do some video conversions using Handbrake, showing the real power of the processors, and some other stuff, graphics, Geekbench scores, stuff like that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is one video of hopefully a bunch more to come on this system or with this system. Tune in some more.